If you've been down the dairy aisle in the store lately, you have probably seen Yakult. But what is this probiotic drink and is it actually healthy? Tune in to find out everything you need to know and if you should be drinking it. Hey everyone, Erin here with Healthy Mom, Happy Family. And just the other day I was in the grocery store going down the dairy aisle with my kids and I saw a mom looking at Yakult and she was holding it up and researching it and wondering what it was. And I looked at it with her and I saw that it said it was a probiotic drink, but as a mom and as a dietitian, I wanted to know more myself. So I went back and I did a lot of research about this drink and where it comes from and the benefits it can offer. And I figured you might want to know more about it too. So today we are diving in and looking at the research behind Yakult, where it comes from, what it is, and if it's something that you should be drinking. Now, before we dive in, I just want to remind you that if you are looking for tips and tricks on managing type 2 diabetes and insulin resistance, or even simple recipes that you can follow, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. All right, so let's dive in and talk about Yakult and what it is. So this is a fermented probiotic drink, and it was actually created and originated in Japan in 1935. So it's been around for a while. Now, if you drink it, it has a sweet, almost citrusy flavor. And when you look to purchase it, you can generally find them in small plastic bottles, and they come in small packs with red or blue foil labels. And we'll look about the difference, but the red and the blue label indicate whether it's the traditional drink or the light drink. Now, when you look at the brand's website and you look at how they recommend consuming Yakult, you'll see that it recommends that adults drink 1 to 2 bottles a day and that children can have up to 1 bottle a day to improve the level of probiotic in their digestive tract. So this drink is mainly there to support gut health in the fact that it is a drinkable probiotic beverage. So with Yakult, it is a dairy product. So you have to remember that if you have any kind of dairy allergy or a lactose intolerance, you probably wouldn't be able to have this particular probiotic drink. So that's just something you want to know. But for the rest of us, this could be a unique way to get more probiotics into the diet. Now, when we think about who should be consuming this probiotic drink, you want to think about, are you getting probiotics in any other form? Are you taking a supplement? Are you eating other probiotic-rich foods? With Yakult, it can be a very easy way to just take a quick drink, get your probiotics in, and help to support a healthy gut. But as you know, not all probiotics are exactly the same, and so we want to really understand what it's providing us and if it's the right choice for you. So if you are in the store and you're looking to purchase Yakult, there are 2 options. So I wanted to go in a little bit more in depth with each of the options out there. So the original version is the one that has the red foil label. Now, both varieties are fat-free, they're gluten-free, they're cholesterol-free, and the main benefit is that they're rich in probiotics. With the original version, what you will find in this drink is that it does have a higher level of added sugar. So when you look at the small bottle of Yakult Original, what you'll find is what it contains, and it is a lower calorie drink, but remember, it's very small. You're getting 50 calories in the small bottle. You're only getting 15 milligrams of sodium, so it's a very low sodium variety. But you are getting 12 grams of carbohydrate, 10 grams of sugar, and 9 of them are added sugars. So there's a little bit of naturally occurring sugar because of the dairy. The rest are coming from added sugars to sweeten the beverage. It is a small bottle with 12 grams of carbohydrate. So if you're monitoring your carbohydrate intake at meals, you're trying to balance blood sugar, you do want to pay attention to how this impacts your blood sugar because it's not going to fill you up. So you're going to be either having it as almost a supplement throughout the day or with a meal where there's going to be other forms of carbohydrate. So you want to remember that if you're choosing this, that there is a good amount of added sugar in such a small little bottle, and to take that into account when it comes to blood sugar management. One of the things that you have to think about too is with the recommendation to take 2 bottles per day to improve gut health from the probiotic, that would really be taking in 18 grams of added sugar per day. So what I would say is, if you have insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, you're looking to reduce your daily intake of added sugar, which all of us probably should, the Yakult Light is going to be the better option for you. So this is going to be the variety that has a blue label. And just like the red label, it's still fat-free, gluten-free, cholesterol-free, but the main difference is it has significantly less added sugar. And because there's less added sugar, it's also a lower calorie option too. Now, in order to make it lower in sugar and lower in calories, they do sweeten it with stevia extract. So if you like stevia and you like the taste of stevia, this can work really well for you. If you're somebody who does not love the taste of stevia, then you might want to go with the original version, but just account for those added sugars the rest of the day. So when you look at Yakult Light, that blue lid, this is the light version, it only has 25 calories per bottle, so it's significantly less. It's half the calories of the original version. Sodium's the same, it only has 15 milligrams, but you are getting 6 grams of carbohydrate. What I do like with this variety though is there's 2 grams of fiber, and 3 grams are sugar, but only 1 is added sugar. So we got rid of 8 grams of added sugar with this, and you're really only getting 4 grams of net carb in the bottle. So this would be, in my opinion, a more appropriate way to get a probiotic in if you're taking this as almost a supplement or kind of a shot of probiotic, because it's going to have less added sugar and still all the benefit. That little bit of sugar that still occurs is mostly naturally occurring sugar, and that's because you need a little bit of sugar for fermentation to take place and to keep those bacteria alive, which is the benefit of the drink, because the entire purpose of this drink is really to be a probiotic to support a healthy gut. Now, another question about Yakult is it really the right choice as far as getting in your probiotics? Because you can get probiotics from many different areas. So probiotics can come from foods. You can get them from yogurt and fermented foods. You can also take them in a supplement form. So one of the nice benefits of Yakult is it's a great way to get the probiotic in, especially if you aren't eating fermented foods and maybe you're not somebody who likes to take a pill form of a probiotic. One serving contains 8 billion CFUs or colony forming units, so it is giving you an appropriate dose of probiotics. So it is enough of the probiotic that will help colonize in the gut and support a healthy gut. Now, when you look at Yakult, it does have one strain of probiotic, and it is a lactobacillus strain of probiotic. So when we look at what the research tells us about this particular type of probiotic, this one is associated specifically with helping gut health from reducing diarrhea after antibiotic use. It can help to ease constipation. So anybody that has GI issues in the sense of constipation, bloating, diarrhea, this could be a good match. There's also some research to say it supports reducing inflammation, specifically with people who have rheumatoid arthritis. And it also might help to mitigate some of the stress by reducing cortisol secretion. So if you have insulin resistance, if you have a high level of visceral fat or belly fat due to high stress levels, this could be a beneficial probiotic for you as well. Now, one thing I did want to note about probiotics in general is that when you're trying to manage blood sugar control, there has been a lot of research to show that gut health can be directly linked with insulin resistance and glucose management. So having a healthy gut, getting probiotics throughout the day can be favorable when it comes to improving blood sugar balance. However, different strains of probiotics do different things. This particular strain of probiotic is not directly linked with improvements in blood sugar, but improving the overall health of your gut as well as improving cortisol levels can go a long way in improving your blood sugar. Now, when you go and you look for Yakult in the store and it's in the dairy aisle, it's right next to the yogurt. So you might be wondering, what's really the difference between this and yogurt? Because yogurt's fermented too, it's a dairy product, and it does have some probiotics depending on the brand. So there are some key differences before you decide I'm going to go with Yakult over yogurt. And the thing to know is you really can have both in your diet. It doesn't have to be a one or the other. But when it comes to Yakult, this does have different probiotic strains than yogurt. And one of the nice things about this drink is it has acid-resistant probiotics. So they're going to be more likely to stay alive and reach the intestines where they'll be able to colonize and give you the health benefits. Now, another thing to note, and that surprises a lot of people, is that not every brand of yogurt actually contains live and active probiotic cultures. So just because you're consuming yogurt doesn't mean you're actually getting probiotics from it. You have to look at your yogurt and make sure you're choosing a variety that truly contains probiotics. And usually it will say live and active cultures on the label. So read those labels, look at the ingredient list. You can also look for a seal on your yogurt. The National Yogurt Association will put a seal on there to really ensure that there is the presence of active cultures in the yogurt. So if that is on your yogurt, it is a source of probiotic, But if you don't see that on your yogurt, chances are that yogurt actually doesn't contain probiotic. Now, the biggest difference between Yakult and yogurt is really the consistency. The drink, Yakult, is much thinner and it has a thinner consistency because it's meant to be consumed as a beverage. Where yogurt, it's meant to be consumed more like a food. It's thicker, you're going to eat it with a spoon. So this really comes down to preference. Would you prefer to drink it like a smoothie? Would you prefer to eat your food like with a spoon? It really depends on your preference. The other thing to think about with Yakult is it really is more like a supplement than a food. It's such a small serving size that you're supposed to drink it within a few sips. It's not going to fill you up like having a bowl of yogurt would. And it's not going to have the same amount of protein, especially if you choose something like a Greek yogurt, which can have up to 13 grams per half a cup serving. So you have to think about how you're utilizing it. In my opinion, this would be kind of an alternative to a probiotic supplement versus a supplement to consuming yogurt or a smoothie, depending on how you're using it. Yakult is more like a supplement in the sense that it's not going to fill you up like a meal or a snack, but it is still going to give you the benefit for your gut health. Now, if you do choose to give Yakult a try, you want to find it, just head to the dairy section in your grocery store. You're typically going to see the bottles right by the yogurts and the kefir. So that's where you will find it in the store. Remember the different labels. So the red top is the original, the blue top is the light. The light has less added sugar and less calories. That would be my recommendation. But if you can't tolerate stevia or you don't like the taste of it, then the original can be an option for you as well. All right, so what is the final word on Yakult and should you actually be drinking it? So my opinion as a registered dietitian is that it's really up to you. It is one way to get in more beneficial probiotic into your diet, but it is not the only way. If you enjoy the taste, if you enjoy the ease of use, if it works within your grocery budget, it can be a great option. Not everybody likes fermented foods and not everybody likes to take a supplement in a pill form to get their probiotic in. So this can really fill that gap as a very easy probiotic shot almost, where you just take the drink once or twice a day. But you have to make sure that you're doing it consistently. You have to make sure that you can tolerate dairy and that you enjoy the taste of it, because at the end of the day, health benefits really only come from consistency. So if this is a drink that you enjoy, that you're going to have a consistent basis, then it can offer you the health benefits. But if it's something you're just going to have occasionally and not consistently, then it's probably not going to give the probiotic benefits in the way that you might be hoping. So with Yakult, I think it's definitely a healthy choice. It's something that has probiotic strains. It can be beneficial to gut health, but if you have a lactose intolerance or you have a dairy allergy, you'll need to stay away from it. If you have any gut health issues, and just like any supplement, make sure to talk with your physician ahead of time to see if this is appropriate for you. And just remember that it is out there, it is a way to get probiotics in, but it is far from the only way. So find what works best for you for gut health and something that you can be consistent with. And always, always, always talk with your healthcare team, with your doctor, with your dietitian to see what's right for you. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. If you have tried Yakult, what you think of it, have you noticed a benefit from it? I would love to hear from you in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss a new tip, trick, or recipe. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.